Hello, everybody. Welcome into Zelda Speedruns. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Today we've got the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Season 8 Qualifier number 9. Tracking today are Virgil Dante 100, Warren Traveler, Tomel Talk, and myself. And on commentary, we have Jax, Skyrius, and Tobias. I'm going to hand it over to the three of them. Enjoy the race, everyone.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, or evening, depending on where you are. Got a big race today.
Yeah, 96 people in this race. This is amazing. I think that actually tops our very first qualifier, right?
Oh, don't remember. It's definitely close.
Anyway, yeah. Doing great. Hope you all are too. Welcome in, chat. And Sky, how are you?
Perfectly fine. I have my cup of tea. I'm ready to enjoy the show.
Heck yeah. All right. First time commentary on ZeldaSpeedRuns. Welcome in.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Glad to have you.
Well,
All right. We are seeing 4 runners on screen today. Kola, Eosuna, Machi, and just Sam. All of them well-experienced OT randomizer runners. And frequently featured on Restream, honestly.
Yeah. Those are some big names.
Yeah.
So what do we have?
We have a forest medallion start, which means we get a free song once we go adult, because we're also starting as child. We're also starting with a horse. Epona's song is our starting song.
Not really one of my favorites to start with. Opens up the Gerudo area pretty early, and there can just be that one walk-in no items check in GTG that can come up. Also starting as child is going to mean it'll depend on where we actually spawn in. That is a thing that's going on. So if you have the spawn for child is randomized, so we have no idea where we're going to start. I mean, more likely to be places.
We have already seen one child spawn with logic implications this race, which sorry, not this race, this qualifier season, which was in I don't know which qualifier number, but it was spawning on the far side of the Gerudo Valley Bridge, and that obviously means you can beat the Gerudo Guard as child, which will magically mend the bridge. So you can get to Gerudo Fortress without either Epona or a long shot.
Yes, and that did come up in logical implications. Kind of cool. That's probably the coolest one, honestly.
Wow.
This is also not bad, starting inside of a fountain, depending on... Okay.
And immediately we get a child spawn with logic implications again as soon as we find Zelda's Lullaby. That fairy fountain is in logic, despite us not having any bombs to get there. Besides the child spawn.
Yes. Also, I kind of love that spawn spot because you're going to get the opportunity to do that knowledge hit to the L, and that's a very orphanable spot. See, like, the amount of people who leave salty comments in race time whenever that has a key item. And also, this is both inside of the castle and at a point where you have time of day travel.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we just saw the foolish hints on just Sam's side, and Castle Fairy is dead. It's a kind of cool spawn.
Thanks, game.
Trail, Castle, and Water are foolish, and also Death Mountain Crater has our Nocturne. What was the Skullmask hint that we saw on Hyrule Castle 1? I kind of didn't miss that.
Was too fast for me.
I saw it was for Skullmask, but I do not know what the item was. The Zielon Prelude. Huh.
Nice.
Ooh, that's free.
Always nice.
Okay.
Also, interesting seeing Kola go for that particular skull. That seems like you're kind of... If you're going for that one, you're kind of leaning towards going towards a skull rush. Like, that one is not one you do normally. Unless you're planning on doing your skulls early.
Yeah, maybe not the worst idea after some of the more recent qualifiers.
Yeah,
I think starting as child Oh,
free
I
bow.
was going to say starting as child gives you the opportunity to get a bunch of skulls in early, like for example the 5 nighttime Kakariko skulls. But it also apparently gives you the opportunity to get an early bow, free bow from Talon, everyone.
Yeah,
So just Sam is the only one of our forerunners on Restream who has chosen to go adult immediately, and does not do what appears to be a pretty standard 3-song route for the other 3 runners so far.
Yeah. Maybe fishing for a bomb bag before starting to walk around as child, right? Something to make the lost woods easier. Could also be fishing for some more warp songs, because you can save quite straight back here, and your time of day should be pretty good to make the castle by night, or to make London Range by night, pardon me.
Yep, and we get our first hero's path, Kokiri Forest, on the path to Evil's Bane, so on the light arrows. Or something we find in Kokiri Forest gives us access to the light arrows.
Yeah, and it should be available pretty early because Marlon gives us storms, so we can check everything in Kokiri Forest.
Yep. So that's if you do the standard thing and just continue your 3-song route here, you're basically just gonna walk to Kokiri Forest next to get that song off of Sacred Forest Meadow, as well as obviously the Kokiri Forest checks. So we'll see that pretty soon.
Also, this is one of the things that Sam may have been fishing for that might give him a small advantage. He's going to be doing his child route with Sun Song. And there are some particularly nasty child checks that are time of day required. Is that fire arrows on 50? Okay.
What?
Oh,
40 is...
Oh.
Okay, so we're doing skulls. We're definitely doing skulls, and Cola seems to just have felt the right vibes, and also Cola is going for that wet t-shirt. Skull Mask and Deku Theater is a Deku shield, so that's dead. Cool.
Yeah. I don't know if I like going for that. That's 30 is the Goron tunic, so that's not even junk. And 40 is hookshot.
Major item on.
Wait, so we have all three skull hints hinting at major items.
Yes,
love it.
Yes.
So we're here for a long time, not for a good time, huh?
Also potentially skippable though. We don't have a requirement for long shot. The only places that could really be hard required long shot would be water, or shoot the sun, put those back, Asuna.
Oh, and there's a bomb back.
Going to GTG, but going GTG Spirit, but our runners don't need long shot to get to GTG Spirit. I think the only thing would be if we need to do Ocarina of Time, or if we need to shoot the sun is the only time that is hard relevant.
Sounds like the only things.
So just Sam has gone and gotten himself a bomb back there. It's super free. It's available in Shield, Crate, and Kakariko, so none of our runners is going to miss that on the first round through Kakariko, basically. So that's bombs nice. Are not going to be a concern this seed.
Honestly, I like Sam's decision to just go fish for stuff, because it really is going to be a strong start for him with early bombs and early ZL and early Sun Song.
Yeah, and it's not like he has postponed that child 3-song route forever, right? He's probably going back child pretty soon afterwards.
Yeah, and if he decides
to get his bow,
shot, he'll have a
get his
time starting on that.
I mean, there could be one nasty check if Shadow Trial 2 has something.
Shadow Trial 2, yes, that one
and
too.
Fire Arrows are on 50. That could be maybe the last mean stuff.
Okay, so there's basically 2 things that could really make that harder.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
And there's a minuet. Okay, so just Sam's start is looking better and better at this point. And it looks like all 3 of them, though, have basically gone for a shortened child opener here, have gone for the London Ranch route, but then chose to go back to Temple of Time, go adult, and do your standard Kakariko opener. So they're probably all going to be on pretty even footing, assuming just Sam actually goes back child to get a bow and so on.
And also, we don't know if that's the only bow. There could just be, you could just like trip and fall over a bow in Dodongo's Cavern for all we know.
Well, with Dante, who knows?
Yeah, two more balls available.
Yeah, so we have Song of Storms, we have ZL, we have Explosives. Well is entirely in Logic. Just putting that out there.
Yeah. Well is I think I would probably just hold back a teeny bit on Well. Just see if you can, because you do have the Nongo's Cavern, you do have a few other things you can do at the moment, and Well is one of those things where I don't like rushing it unless I know that Zelda's Lullaby is going to be a very late find in the seed.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it also like the Dongo's Cavern alone, it is super check dense first of all, but it also just gets you halfway through your next song. It gets you halfway to the song on Burning Cack, which we don't know what it is yet, but we're probably going to see a hint for pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice get there, Sam.
Free choose.
Some shoes matter slightly less with the bomb bag, but they are they can be used for some ranged weapon type things that are out of logic.
You can replace your slingshot, for example, in Spirit Temple, Child Side, yeah.
They also make a trip to GTG a bit easier because you can just pick the Relic Crate as adult. So they can be kinda handy. Also blowing up the ice in DC.
Yeah.
Could be kinda convenient.
Ooh, that's a nice convenience there for Asuna, just getting a free shield.
Like highly to Volvagia.
Yes, and Prelude on Minuet.
Oh boy.
So our Child's One, our Child's One isn't that cool anymore.
You only really want to do that going the other direction, Sam.
Yeah, you're the express Moblin delivery. When you have hovers.
Honestly, the hover boots mob one is just... It's just very satisfying.
It's just cool, yeah.
It is. It is one of those silly little things, right? It saves you a few seconds if you do it right. Ice Cavern on the path to something blue.
Baronade.
Ooh, Baronade.
Baronade, okay, so Ice Cavern. Okay,
I
confirmed. Ice Cavern definitely on the path to Baronade.
Almost certainly going to be the boomerang.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna have to be.
Yeah, it has to be something into Rang.
Oh, you don't have you don't have face cams, but we have Machi's face cam, and his look when he saw the hook shot, he's just like, he's completely.
Damn
it! Yeah, advantages of being a commentator.
Yeah, you were considering playing this seed, weren't you?
Yeah, I wanted to.
We both were, honestly.
Oh boy.
And honestly, like I'm okay with rushing skulls. Like I'm not bad at that, but yeah, I think I like this better.
Yeah. Watching
it's okay.
Qualifier has it's just another feeling. It's funnier.
40 skill for logical first is very possible. So I think you'll see these stronger players collecting like it's the first skull until the first hookshot until proven otherwise.
Yeah, and I think we saw a hammer chest being hinted a small key. Ooh, nice
fire arrows with Mido. We get light arrows as well. Well, that's an easily resolved Evil's Bane path.
So now we just need 50 skulls in this house, right?
Yeah.
So we get all the arrows.
Yeah, our elemental arrow percent.
That was quick.
Nice little jump. I love that jump.
It's neat. It saves a few seconds if you do it right, and yeah. So just Sam already read that hint next to the Storm Squad. What was it you said Skyri has?
I don't know.
Imagine remembering 15 seconds ago.
Yeah, I was reading chat and got a bit distracted.
GTG to Goma.
That's kind of cool.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I can understand pinning the blame on chat here. You hear that, chat?
Sorry, I was thinking about Monchi's question. What's locked behind fire arrows?
There's a few things that can be locked behind fire arrows. Anything that is fire locked, technically it's not hard locked, but it is a trick to do the torches in the Composer Grave. Haunted Wasteland would be hard locked. And some stuff in Spirit that can be questionably locked. The other thing that fire arrows do distinctively is going to be the Shadow Trial 2 check. So basically, anything fire locked, I'm gonna just like put on notice right now. But we have a path to Bongo. We will get a path to Bongo. It's a Spirit Medallion.
There's a wallet and Kakariko Village. Burning Kak is Saria's song, so that's not gonna be too helpful. It locks 2 checks.
Yeah, Sam not needing to jump over there, but showing off that you can in fact jump over those boulders if you have a big chest there.
I mean, it's just kind of cool doing it when you have Samsung because you can just jump over, and even if it's a small chest, you can place Samsung and warp back to the entrance to Goron City.
Yep. Very nice timing on the little Goron. I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really helpful.
So. German internet strikes again.
Imagine, it's Wi-Fi.
Is it fun for me?
Oh, we have Lake Hylia to Volvagia.
Yeah,
we do.
There is one of our questionable checks there. I don't think I would rush that, but I would definitely keep, swinging by there at dawn in mind.
I mean, you have Samsung. You can make your dawn and you have a bow. So
if you went child first.
Yeah, true. Sam
Slightly less convenient for just Sam here.
Either way, I don't think I would bother rushing my way over there if I didn't have Serenade.
That old trap room was dead?
No, there was a small key.
Oh, well, okay.
I think it was
You're
junk
right.
and small key.
You are correct. I misread that.
Oh, what the heck?
Sometimes it works.
That was the sound of my computer, both my monitors going to sleep for no reason.
Oh boy.
But we're good.
Okay, just Sam starting the scroll collection on at the glorious number 2 out of 40 needed.
Potentially.
And we potentially need it. You're right. Water Temple is the one that requires long shot, and obviously that is a stone. So maybe we can get by with that other hook shot if the rando got smart on us today.
Sam was trying to do that kind of jump into the boulder, and the setup didn't look quite right. That's better.
That looks... Yep, there we go.
I missed the roll there.
Forest Stormscotter has something else, and Bigeron was dead.
Yeah, so Sam will this thing, if he really wants it.
He's not gonna lose to not having Neighbor's Love.
No. I mean, it can have logical implications in some settings, but not in these.
Not these ones.
Nope. Also, what I didn't catch, or I guess you both got it, Water Temple is also foolish, so...
Yes. So it does. It's the points where you would need 2 hook shots.
Yeah.
There's not many.
Oh,
but...
a lot of chicks just are just foolish.
Well, it would be basically anything locked by OoT at this point that would require your long shot. We don't know the OoT song yet, so that could still burn us. GGG to Queen Goma.
The worst things we could see would be Requiem of Spirit and the Ocarina of Time. Excuse me, a Song of Time.
Ooh.
We are still missing 1 path end. Our 2 pretty much guaranteed path ends for Volvagia are for Volvagia and for Bongo. So that we have seen Lake Hylia to Volvagia. We haven't seen the Bongo path end yet. We'll see. They are guaranteed because they are for the bridge condition, which is earlier in the path priority than beating the game, basically.
If you want to open the door to the boss fight, you have to get into castle first.
Yep.
So right now we're just going to be... Cola's kind of leading the lead here, getting a first sight on this big chest. See, it's a hookshot. Good, we're good.
We're good, right?
Honestly,
Yeah,
this is the
we
point
are.
where, as a runner, I think if you are a more aggressive runner, you just abandon 40, you're done, it doesn't exist. If you are me, you probably just, like, start collecting, just keep collecting skulls that are, immediately next to places I want to be. Not really rush, but just keep collecting when there's convenient. I don't think many people would hard commit 40 because it's such a time-consuming check that hard committing it is most likely not going to help you.
So in other words, you're basically soft collecting at this point. Basically collecting any skulls that you come along, you walk past anyway. So you're not leaving any obvious ones behind, but you're not specifically going out of your way for skulls.
Oh, Maji, I want to see that. I wanted that to work. That looked so good. That was such a good-looking recovery.
I didn't even know that you can actually shoot through a fence. Kind of funny.
Yeah, I never actually tried that. Epona, we started with Epona, so we have full access, which is why I said it's pretty much irrelevant. So long shot only would be required for Morpha, Shoot the Sun, and Shadow Trial 2.
Yep.
Because the fire arrows are on 50, so...
Ula now 20 minutes into the game, finally making his first round around through Kakariko.
I'm not mad about it.
Nah. We've also learned that 50% of the burning cack checks are now dead. The Runia's Dance gives us nothing.
Actually, it's 33%. Frogs 2 is also a thing. Unless I missed it.
You are not wrong. I'm just mentally not counting that among the Saria song checks, despite the fact that I should, because it's explicitly hinted.
Yeah,
they're not surprises.
So we're gonna get 2/3 of the hints. Very good.
Mm.
Golden, I don't need to choose violence if Mido does it for me.
Just let Mido do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my question for you. Is the hook shot and the bow and the bombs enough to have you go to GTG right now?
You're leaving behind, well, with the iron boots in hand as well, you're just leaving behind the 4 checks in a like room.
I don't think we have...
I would say yes.
I don't think we have Song of Time.
Yeah, right, you're also leaving Toilet behind.
Oh yeah, right.
But I mean, you could...
However, it's path for something that can be early. Because if you think about, if it's path for Kakiri's sword is relevant for opening Deku Tree, which we know because of the open Deku versus closed Deku debate. If you have an early Deku, it loves to collect items.
Yeah, Deku is another one of those dungeons that just is not only incredibly check dense, it also loves to have useful items for you.
I mean, if you're also worried about scouts, you can still try to pick up I think 3 of them along the way.
Yeah, there's 3 pretty
Yeah.
accessible ones. I would not go for the one on the target by HBA with this layout, but
No.
Yeah,
and
no.
I'm not playing this one, so my opinion doesn't matter.
Actually,
I
not
was
forgetting
talking about the
the
skulls in GGG. Sorry.
Actually, not forgetting the Storm Squatter in front of Goron City. Trail was hinted foolish today, but that might still have been a useful hint. Unfortunately, not in this universe.
Yeah. Hints in foolish area are not necessarily foolish. At least in OoT.
Man, imagine the quality of life that foolish except for song hints could bring.
Oh, that would be something.
That would be kind of wild, honestly. I'd try it.
But only one of those. I don't know. Those seem powerful. Like I've seen them in Majora's Mask, but Majora's Mask is just generally less dense than Uter, I think.
I also think the
So-
songs are less flexible in some ways. But I also don't
Fox
play
would know.
I also don't play MR, so
Me neither. I'm not familiar with, with those. Fortunately.
that's my impression from what I've watched. Is that the songs are less flexible than Uter. They just have more clear implications.
Hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, where are we going now?
I think just Sam is finally doing his child opener. And it seems like the other 3 are basically just done and or getting done with Dodongo's Cavern. So it does seem like they're basically converging at this point. Gonna be interesting to see what they're deciding on. If I'm just Sam at this point, I have seen, I think, the Lake Halios on a Path to Volvagia hint. So I might be tempted to, after Lon Ranch, head on over to Valley and then continue that to Lake.
I wouldn't do that out of Lon Ranch, actually. I would do that out of Kiri Forest.
Yep.
Go
also
Southfield
go-
Valley Lake. Because you're going to be ending up at the back of Lon Ranch, and at that point, I think Sam's ideal would be to hit Minuet straight out of the back.
Probably. I mean, you can also get
Sam
the
is-
Southern Hyrule field checks. Sorry.
Ice Path cannot be for Blue Fire. Also, I think that Sam may be more inclined to go into Well on his child, his first real big child.
With the equipment he has, yeah, I wouldn't blame him.
Nope, definitely not. I mean, you could also do damper digging with Sunsong. It's easy to set up the time. Yeah.
That is an interesting way to walk Link forward there. Is just
I thought
Sam a
it was-
keyboard warrior?
I don't know. I
Sam
thought
is
my
not a keyboard
internet was went a bit haywire.
Unless he's... Wait, you say Sam?
Just Sam, yeah.
Okay, so he's not a keyboard warrior. However, I did see him get very into trying it at SGL. So maybe he's just converted. I don't know.
Oh boy.
I mean,
I
it's
don't
kind of cool.
There goes
So-
another one.
Playing on keyboard is kind of cool. You don't have to worry about sharp turns, but yeah, it's the sensitivity or small movements get a bit hard. Shoe bowling is dead.
Sam is also still going for these kind of awkward skulls, so I think he may be also not willing to bet his tournament life on that long shot not being required.
I understand
Particularly
wanting-
with a hint.
I understand wanting to not lose to a hook shot you know is on 40 skulls.
Exactly.
I mean, I could still go for 20 skulls. They're not hindered, at least for now. And the last 20 should be done kind of fast, maybe.
And also, with the Ocarina of Time hint, you're still going to be scared about needing 40 because our potential songs that are left are both really sketchy in this particular scene.
Yeah, indeed. By the way, y'all didn't see it on Restream, but Machi on his face cam just kind of went, huh, when he picked up that hookshot. Just, this man doesn't trust needing just one hookshot.
He played enough seeds. He knows how Mido likes to be a bit mean sometimes.
That was unnecessary. Okay. Anyway, we are going to be... This is interesting, because Asuna is taking that... did not opt to go to GTG. He's taking that minuet, and he's going straight to do Lost Woods and Kakiri, and there is our Requiem.
Okay, so that kind of relaxes the situation a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of the most awkward ones. Because there's only like, what, one location that we would need song time for? Hard need song time for?
Well, there's toilet, and...
That's it. I think for hard.
That's it, because water's foolish, yeah.
And we have, in fact, seen the frogs hit, so...
Oh, we did.
What are the odds, right?
Yeah,
That won't happen.
both of those were pretty unlikely to be necessary, but still, that's the whole point. Are you going to be hedging your bets on, 40 and 50? Honestly, I do like, collecting, diligently, but not too aggressively, because 10 and 20 still exist.
I was gonna say, you're still, like, there's still 10 and 20 skulls around, so you're still collecting somewhat.
You're getting some value out of it, no matter what.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you are confident in your skull movement, if you're confident in your skull collection, just do it. You're also trying to find... The thing about playing in quals as opposed to playing 1v1s, you can't quite play the seed again the same way. You're not playing against the seed in the same way, you're playing against the ideal route. Nocturne has been found on Burning Cack, so it's hinted. Wait, what?
Wait, really?
Nocturne's on Burning Cack. Let me double check this.
No, Nocturne is in Crater.
Nope.
Oh, it's in Crater. Okay,
Crater.
never mind. Never mind. Wrong way around. I was about to say the Nocturne check is Burning Cack. This is why I try and keep my own. I keep my own tracker up, but I did not put that on there yet. Okay, so it's Song of Time is on Song of Time, huh? Okay. Or Bolero. It could also be Bolero.
50-50 at this point, yeah.
And we saw that on the Crater was a large rupee, so Bolero is not going to have any logical implications at all.
Yep, and Sarias was in the desert. At the Colossus.
No, Serenade was at Colossus. Sarias is in Burning Cack.
Sorry, it's Burning Cack. There we go.
Oh, did I say Sarias? Sorry, I meant Serenade.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
So that gives us some mobility, and obviously, Cola getting that song and immediately playing it, because after all, we know Lake Hylia's path, and you also know that Fire Temple is your path, or is a required dungeon. So you are going to want to get that.
Did you see hover boots on the ladder spot?
I could not tell it was on the letter spot.
I was unable to spot that.
It looked dark, maybe rectangular, maybe round. So like my initial thought was Gauntlets. I'm like, no, we don't have a strength upgrade, so it's not that.
Yeah, right.
Everyone in chat
also thought
seems
about
to be
strength.
disagreeing. Cola is setting time of day to go for dumpy digging. And for Goes, after setting up Pierre for Goes,
he's out of money.
Going to fishing. Yeah, you're right. No money.
Oh, yeah.
And it's definitely, you'll save more time going and acquiring some money elsewhere, and then coming back than you will farming in that area. Okay, another bow.
Yeah, mowing the lawn is not a profitable business.
Particularly you have to use bombs to do it. Oh, that's nice.
Slingshot. Hmm.
Yeah, slingshot has a few advantages. The one check that you do need a slingshot for, logical proof that you're looking at a Kakiri sword or Kakiri sword adjacent item in GTG. A couple things are just more convenient. Another bow is on Goron Pottery. So, bow has no logical implications whatsoever.
Not today. Oh, Matisse Chini Field.
Yeah, Sam is getting some good advantages out of coming to Lost Woods, you know, doing a lot of his child route with Sunsong, considering Sunsong helps you move around quickly. Yeah, Machi Valley Lake in it.
Again, I couldn't spot the underwater item, so I don't know what was there. Tactile griddle.
Oh, I don't want that. Put that back.
Another free shield.
This is kind of questionable. I wonder if we have a deep in GT. I'm suddenly wanting to see GTG pretty bad because seeing all these items so early that go for our probably Ocarina of Time, Song of Time, makes me wonder if we have some logical Song of Time shenanigans going on for a Kakiri sword.
GGG Koi Logic would strike again.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
It just, the sense is there.
Alright, Magi is having a look around Gerudo Valley, and Sam is likewise heading to the lake without finding that Serenade first. And they're all back child.
It's so interesting. I would have assumed he would have gotten Serenade considering he's coming from Forest. Oh wait, no, he didn't. He got to play.
He didn't play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't mind going to Southfield Lake. This is the best time you have to get these checks.
Oh yeah. With 3 checks and 2 instants, could be kinda maybe some important information.
Mm-hmm. And they're also just so easily orphanable.
Oh, lands on the rank chest.
Rank chest is lens, and I think that was both hintstones that we just saw in parallel.
Oh, it was. I mean,
the other one was in fact. The other one was in fact that Zora's Fountain bottom is nothing.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
That's showing us bottom of the well. See if it's a bait or not.
Honestly, like bottom of the
Something
well,
tells me
one doesn't feel bad.
Something tells me Jabu is logically pretty late and or just going to be our last dungeon period. Oh, there's the other lens end.
I do wonder though, I do wonder what we're looking at as far as the location of the Kakiri sword though. Ooh, it's Spirit to Bongo. Okay, there's our Bongo hint. So that is a open grotto.
I think it's Hovers on the ladder spot, but yeah, let's see. What do you mean if it's a path scale in Spirit?
Yeah,
it would be rude.
How is possible?
Nah, we don't want that.
Down to do an actual check with actual money here in Lake. Although Sam's money worries are over.
Did I also not skip child fishing? I think he was there, or he was at least in Lake. But I missed it.
Honestly, the underwater models are hard enough to see on your own screen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bag. So if you jumped in there early, it would come an adult with your bound bag.
Yeah. I mean, also 3 bombs to seed. Same with the bow.
Yeah, so DC would never have a path.
Nope. Child fishing is dead. Oh.
Yeah, I see a lot of our runners are of similar mind, just wanting to get the south field done.
And I think Asuna might have also gotten Spirit Temple Bongo Bongo hints, so maybe going for Child Spirit.
Yeah, Child
Perfectly
Spirit would be a
reasonable.
pretty good move from there.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have Rang or Slingshot yet, but we know it's in logic, because we saw the one on Damper Digging. And again, Shoes coming in handy.
Yes. This is something where when you get early bomb shoes and bombs, it's very nice because you know you can save it for stuff like this. So you don't have to be using them to fish for out of logic stuff to get a little further ahead into the game.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that was very nice, Asuna. I really like the, I did not know that you could do just a couple ESS turns to get into the perfect position to be able to break your stick. I did not know that. I've always had to set that up in there.
I also set it up, and I apparently missed him doing it. Oopsie. That was a big chest on Child Spirit behind the fence.
Okay. I may have to refresh the streams if you're ahead of me there.
It just refreshed for me.
Yeah, as you said that, I saw him light the torches, so I was a little behind. There we go.
Okay, my bad. I didn't want to spoil.
No, that's fair.
Sam just showed us the letter spot again. I think that was indeed the hover boots.
All right then.
Oh boy.
So what do we got here in the well?
So where will we see our hammer?
Milk. Which, considering Ice's path, do you?
Okay,
Rush
apparently
that?
the boss is now ahead of me.
And magic for Aosuna. I'm just gonna
magic.
press F5 and see and hope that that resyncs all of us. But yeah, magic in Child Spirit.
I would not rush that.
Yeah,
Because we know it has to be boomerang, and you can't use that boomerang until you already have Rudo's letter.
I mean, you could pick up some more skulls as child, but it's not that much of an impact.
Yeah.
Or you could still do it and confirm your AD song. In theory. I mean, worst.
Do we still need confirmation of AD? I thought we know by process of elimination that it has to be Song of Time.
I believe it is Song of Time. Potentially Bolero.
Yeah. Bolero or Song of Time, maybe. I think those are the only two left.
If I had to, if I had to put, two shiny quarters of a bet on something, I would say Song of Time. We have a logical AD. Just because we've seen so many early items that are required for stone dungeons.
Yeah. I mean, GDG will tell us more about it.
I'm sure that there are some people in this call who did elect to rush GTG. It's a very common decision to make. So that could be a separator between people in the qual, whether they chose to go GTG early or not. Well, I mean, it will be almost certainly.
Cola seems to be headed towards GTG. He has just picked up a big Poe. And yeah, likewise, likely is going to show us GTG and what's path there, hopefully, pretty soon.
I mean, it can help us solve if Song of Time would logically be required. And what's the Poe hut?
Nothing.
Yep, gonna go confirm Scarecrow, check out some stuff in Lake. You can do a lot of stuff there. You can check, shoot the sun.
Indeed we can.
Which would be the big thing I would want to see.
You could do out of Logic Lab Dive.
Logic Lab Dive is definitely a strong decision here.
Yeah, definitely.
But I also do like taking the time to come set your Scarecrow before you head over to... before you head over to GTG. Oh, you can ground jump that? Interesting.
You're kidding me. What? Oh, I mean,
I mean, you can also do ground jumps in CAG to get the skull house.
I did not know that. Interesting.
I didn't do this one. Cool.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
Your strength
Ooh.
upgrade, that's almost certainly required in some way.
Kind of French
Is
vanilla.
that going to be our path? I mean, that basically unlocks the entire game-ish, together with the bombs and the bow we already have.
It does. You can now go. It unlocks the entire game. I'm gonna fight with you on that one, Tobias. That opens up Forest Temple.
Ooh, it also...
Ooh. Stone Forest, let's go.
I mean, I do recall a recent qual where Unhindered Stone Forest had your strength 2 on Phantom Ganon. If
no.
Mido has a sense of humor...
Kirby fan, I don't know if that can be logical strength 3 with our current key layout. That is fire locked, but it's not strength. If we had a fire source, for example, the one on 50 skulls, that does not necessarily. That is definitely in 1 key lock.
Would 50 skulls already be unlocked?
50 skulls are going to be close enough to in logic for government work, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean,
Honestly,
we have
one
hookshot,
thing, like,
we have
you know,
bombs.
I have that reputation of being the logic master. But my understanding of like how many skulls are in logic, that's just vibes.
Yeah.
That is literally vibes.
Oh yeah. So many things that come into play to put your skulls in logic. What is bomb proof? Okay.
Alright, Cola also not forgetting about Outer Logic Lap Dive, and Suna might be headed for Ice Cavern here.
It does look like they're checking out River to Ice.
Oh,
Also,
Shipsky.
shout out, this is also a great place to be if you're still collecting skulls, because there's a nice little skull down here.
Oh, yeah.
It's still 3 checks and 3 instones, so can't fault him for doing that.
Oh yeah, this is a great
Wonderful.
place. If you're planning on going into Ice here, which frankly, I guess, I don't know if I love rushing it, just because you could be doing more... I don't even know. I don't even know if it's bad. Like, it's gonna have to get done eventually. You have blue fire arrows. If you have no better ideas at the moment, which frankly, having seen a strength and having the only big area open to me that's in logic right now, well, there's GTG. Basically, Spores or GTG. Those are your options.
I mean, it feels like Rush Ice is never a bad play. You know it's a bit path, so you have to do it anyways. It's could be Bolero inside.
You'll have to do it. It's not getting faster.
Yeah. If it's Bolero, you have faster fire temple access. Sorry. And if it's Song of Time, it's even better for GTG. Could it be Song of Time, Path, and Ice for GTG key logic? Maybe.
That would be an opportunity. I mean, I personally would probably have shied away from that and just like full sent it towards GTG, because my instinct right now is that we're looking at like a pretty accessible K-sword, but that's just instinct.
Get your logic. Get your letter in GTG to go back to Ice Cavern for Song of Time and maybe a strength upgrade, and then get your required items in Toilet and like Room.
Sure, why not?
Yes, I know I'm theory crafting, and I know I'm just being a dick at this point.
It's allowed. Not anything that is not forbidden is permitted.
Oh yeah, definitely yes. It's King Zora thing. Nope.
Wow, you saved me $5. It's not nearly as good as you're talking about Big Ron. His Big Ron's like, oh yeah, here's my finest work. I'm like, you just gave me $5. Are you sure?
Well, talking about out of touch royalty. Anyway, nice setup here by Aosuna. Concerns a ESS turn, so is not really feasible for me.
Basically, my ESS turns are the smoothest of ESS turns is a function of the interior temperature of my home.
Oh, that makes sense actually.
Yes, once it gets under like 72 degrees Fahrenheit or like, around like 25 degrees Celsius, yeah, they're not smooth.
Oh, Monchi, what are you doing? Is there a scale on the volcano in Crater?
I thought that was a goal. I thought that was a
I thought it
large
was
rupee, but
yeah, big rupee.
I'm an unreliable narrator, so
Cola showing us Valley Hammerrocks is nothing.
you know,
Unreliable omniscient narrator would be interesting. But that's difficult to write. Anyway, we know Deep Beneath the Frozen Lake is nothing. We have seen a Deku stick upgrade from the Fairy in Zora's Fountain, and Aosuna quite obviously is not interested on what's on an iceberg, so into Ice Cavern we go.
Machi showing us the same setup. Perfectly fine.
Yeah, the ESS setup, if you have consistent ESS, is very fast. If you don't have consistent ESS, do yourself a favor. Figure out an alternative. There are many of them.
I mean, was it the Ice Cavern Baronade repeat on Machi's side? I think it was blue and blue.
No, Ice Cavern Baronade was... both of them were hinted in Secret Forest Meadow, unless, of course, Ice Cavern is double path to Baronade, which would be hilarious.
No.
That'd be extremely strange. Like, that's something that you would not expect to happen for a Jabu.
Wait, I think I might
Or
have
like
mispeaked.
for a boomerang.
I think I mispeaked. I'll just check again.
Yeah, I would assume that that's... I'm not going to say you're wrong, because I didn't see it.
Anyway, Kola's the first to show us the Gerudo area.
Okay, it was Kakiri Forest Evil's Bane repeat.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I'm definitely pro this move from Kola. I mean, I've been calling for it for a while. But you definitely see the difference in, like, you have Asuna and Machi going for out of logic, but you know you need to do it eventually. And you have Kola going for in logic, but potentially not completable. And, ooh man, one arrow, one shot. There we go. Was that? Okay, there's a hammer in Rito's letter. Was the first time Rito's letter, or was I just hallucinating? And there is the boomerang, as we anticipated.
Well, that was Rudo's letter and a hammer, so cool.
Yeah, so... Yeah,
Did
that...
you just see
Did I
that
tell you
one?
something about not liking horse?
Oh, banana. Great.
Oh, what's this? Oh.
Oh, useful. We'll
Yeah,
take it.
not required. Optional, but nice. Aposmaholics, unfortunately the entrances are not randomized. That is a different mode, a very fun one, but it's not the one we're racing in. This is in this version of the standard tournament. In this case, this is only an item randomizer.
Biggie on top of Gerudo Fortress as well.
Yeah, there's a
What
lot.
is this fortress?
We gave you the horse to start for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, this is something that Kola can actually gain a lot of time potentially here. Because if he just needs to go grab the ring, he can grab the ring.
Nice.
Okay.
Can we talk about unlocking the entire game again?
Okay.
Yeah.
We are now looking for what? Din's Fire?
Yes.
And
And a Kokiri sword.
And the Kakiri sword.
I mean, it could still be a scale if it's really hovers in the lake, but
Yeah.
Slingshot and GTG that can't be it. We already have one.
Yeah. It is actually nice to have that be the second slingshot as a runner, because you don't want to walk in there and be like, really? You told me to come
Yeah.
up for a slingshot?
Definitely.
So Gerudo Fortress, just to recap, had a strength upgrade on the rooftop and a Rudo's letter and a hammer on horseback archery. Cool. So very, very not optional Gerudo area today, regardless of what else we pull.
Cola, you're killing me. Why are you doing the sensible thing and doing a left side GTG clear when you should be doing the fun thing and doing a right side GTG clear so I can know if that Song of Time is required for logic.
Oh, whatever is nice. Cool. So it is vanilla Song of Time.
Mm-hmm.
Confirmed.
Nope. So Song of Time locks toilet, could lock east side maze, and that's it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so Cole is gonna have to just kind of take a flyer on GTG here. He is definitely, risking GTG here. And that's fine. That's oh my gosh. Calculated gamble. There we go. Calculated risk.
Calculated risk.
I found it. I found the word. I'm the native English speaker here.
Yeah. Also,
yeah, your brain did not have a threat left over there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Spot the IT person.
Was that big chest on the 3 key lock chest? I didn't quite see it.
I think it was. Might have missed it though.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's really hover symbol for the Raja, it's kind of cool because it's most likely that the Fire Boss key is kind of early. At least it's a good thing if you want to go mode Fire Templar. Maybe.
Okay, another
big chest on Cola's side here. What do we got?
It's just a Fury Sword.
Well, that's easy. Come on.
Yeah, so that's good. We're just looking for Din's Fire now, and actually that, I want to see that shoot the sun so bad. Because I think that limits our required skulls to literally shoot the sun.
Yep. Could it be Shadow Trial 2 still?
You need to.
No, my bad.
You need Shadow to open Shadow Trial.
No, that wasn't my thought process. I forgot about the letter we got. My bad.
Yep.
But yeah.
There's a dearth of keys for Cola here.
Yeah, it's not a ton of keys, which makes me think that no, you had this strength upgrade, which I'm pretty sure is in logic, if I understand my key logic, which don't quote me on everything.
Magic was Childside Spirit Dieseler.
Show me the right side. There's a key there.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 keys, so that big chest looks normal. That's loud. Nothing in the center. We got something left. We got something
big
right
chest
side.
right side. Oh boy.
Cola's
Cola's saving and having a look, obviously, but this is
This is now behind Ocarina of Time.
Yep, because there is a small key on the right side. Oh! For hover boots?
Yep.
Yeah, we're keeping that.
Yep. Huh.
Okay, now that's interesting.
Doesn't seem like there's anything else in that maze.
I'm not sure if there's. I think there may have been something on the top the top and the left side, but I was looking at a small blurry thing through some grating, so.
Yeah, I also think the invisible ceiling chest was. Okay, never mind.
Cola seems to disagree.
Or I think he may be trying. Oh, there is something else back there.
Oh,
let's see.
Okay, so this is not.
No.
He is keeping that scale. That is definitely just that is risky. It's going to be on his mind, but I think it's correct.
Yeah.
And now Cola is going to go get that. Go get that boomerang.
And I think you're just in Rush Dungeon territory for a while, right?
Yeah.
Cola is
Oh.
probably just going fire.
Oh, that is so sketchy.
You got
Cola
you
could
got Jabu,
go.
got I mean, going fire now. I kind of don't agree with. You got Jabu, a dungeon that you have to fully complete anyway. You have Deku, a dungeon where full completion takes 5 minutes at tops. So going fire at this point, I don't think he would.
Ice, not fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet.
You're tied with
Ice
boomerang.
seems way better.
You want to go try with the boomerang if you can.
Yeah. And I mean, it's for Cola, it's a 50-50. If it's Bolero and we know it's Bolero, so you can just go and do Fire Temple afterwards.
Yeah, that has to be the sketchy thing for Cola because he's just burned some keys there that he didn't necessarily have to if this is Song of Time. We know it isn't.
Mm-hmm. Machi. Easy HPA.
Easy. Yeah. Man. My HBA has been so sloppy recently.
For the last, I don't know, like 3 months, I played on keyboard and it's not my thing. At least HPA isn't. Yeah.
My problem is I'm consistent and I started trying to speed it up and then I lost it. And then in the speed, I'm not getting the speed up right, so I tried going back to the consistent thing and then I haven't practiced that, so. Try and get better and you make yourself worse. Oh well. Our scale on Cola's side is right side GTG behind Song of Time. So this is very logically interesting.
I mean, it could still be GTG Keylogic striking again, just not the way we thought it would.
Yeah, so that's actually even more interesting. So, cool. I'll take it. I do like that Osuna is going to have the opportunity, and Machi are going to have the opportunity to see what that chest that Cola had to leave behind is. I think if I'm Cola, I don't care terribly much, considering, like, the only thing that's sketchy there is potentially Din's Fire, and if it's, and at that point, oh no, I have a whole bunch of different dungeons I can check to see if Din's Fire are there that I need to finish.
Yeah.
I don't feel
But
terrible.
that's also why I'm saying going fire right now I wouldn't agree with, because Jabu you have to do fully. Doing Deku fully takes 5 minutes. And after that, you can still decide how much time you need to invest in Fire Temple if you just go with the thing. By the way,
you can pick up those hover boots on the way to go do Jabu.
By the way, Aosuna is going to be able to show us more of GTG. There's going to be 4 more chests that he's going to be able to show us in the like room by virtue of having Strength 2 here.
Yeah, whereas Machi is just... Machi said, Oh, no. Machi is going to show us Shoot the Sun. Thank you.
Here you go.
Did Machi set up here?
He's also...
Because if not...
Yep, he's already said FW. He's going to go back.
Yeah. Maybe you forgot about Pierre.
And it's hover boots on... What? What?
So that's another slingshot.
That's another slingshot?
Okay.
Oh, that looked like a hover boots against that looked like the hover boots against the sun, but yeah, you're right, that's a slingshot. What in the world?
Nice. So how was on letters?
Okay, so I'm feeling pretty okay about this as the runners. Like, I'm basically here's my thought as a runner now. It's like, well, at this point, if Din's Fire is in the toilet, or Din's Fire is I don't know where else. No one's. I will be able to look at my timer at like 2:30, 2:20, and see if anyone's done.
Yeah. It could be toilet or wasteland. Would be the worst checks.
Yes.
Aside from that. Yeah.
Oh, Din's and Wasteland would be mean, dude.
That would be mean. You're right. Yep, that's the one thing. You're right. You forgot about that. I forgot about that. Yeah, Dins and Wasteland. Definitely a bad one.
That is absolute. Like, that is definitely a possibility. And thanks. I hate it.
Cola doesn't have magic. Oh, right. Cola didn't go to Child's Eye Spirit yet, which I'm sure
Yeah,
he'll
no,
probably head over towards once he's done with once he's on his next child trip.
Yeah.
Which is costing Cola a lot of time right now, actually, having to do Ice Cavern with blue fire in a bottle. How quaint.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine not having blue fire arrows as a setting and doing this all the time.
Yes, I've played S5.
I didn't.
Yeah, blue fire arrows are
I don't know
genuinely one of the most. They're just they change so little, but they're very fun.
Oh yeah.
They change so little also because the logic requirements for them are kind of high. You need magic, you need a bow, you need blue fire arrows, but when you got them and you can use them, boy, do they feel great.
Yeah. I mean, it's even better if you have Shop Sanity on and the adult fountain shop. The adult Zoro shop.
Find the,
oh boy, yeah.
You can find your blue fire,
Yeah. Really, the path to Bongo Bongo.
In spirit with Dins and Wasteland. The strength.
Magic.
Oh, yeah, that's also a thing. Magic's already a solution to that path.
So far, magic is a solution.
Yeah, until we see a second magic.
Second magic is in Shadow Temple. We know that. That's
that's what's one.
Yeah, that's what I thought in some of the recent ones, and I banked too high on the magic, and Spirit also had others.
No.
Whoopsie.
Alright. Pancake Room has more keys and nothing else, it seems.
Well, I have
just more keys.
Yeah, Black Magic's further than GG Maze, you know?
How many keys does that make?
3?
5? Isn't it
Cola
8?
had 6 or 7.
I believe Cola had one short, so I think that's enough.
Yeah. There were 2 on the right side. There was 3 in here. Cola had definitely 3 before going into.
Yeah. He had 3 before entering the maze, so I think we're at 8. And if there's no more key in the maze, then should be a key on small key on toilet. Sorry.
We'll have to see if there's a small key in the maze.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get another chance to see. Why is Machi in Forest Temple? Oh,
he was
casting Horror's Wind.
Yeah, he's using it for his wind point, and while you're there, you might as well check the lobby chest.
Fair.
Yeah, he'll just go out and pick up his strength too because he didn't have Pierre first time he went up the fortress.
Okay, small key in the Ring of Fire. Big chest in here as well. Demos has another small key, and the lobby has another small key. Cola didn't finish ice. Interesting.
I don't hate it, but
that's a gamble and a half.
Interesting choice.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, no, that's not a bad choice at all.
No. That's not about it. It's just again another calculated risk.
By the path. The only thing he's missing is Din's Fire. By the path prioritization, Ice Path to Baronade means that nothing else in Ice could be required for Shadow Temple.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
That's not even a calculated risk. That's correct. That's an absolutely correct decision.
That's reading path priorities. Yeah.
Do you save time with Bolero, or are you gonna save time with Bolero? Enough time for that one really nasty room in the back? Probably not. Like, you probably waste quote unquote less time just walking for Minuet.
Doing checks in Deku.
Doing checks in Deku, however, that's a good point as well.
Density play.
He also doesn't have a strength 2 yet, so magic would do it. Although, no, that wouldn't matter.
Let's have another look at what's in that maze. If we can peek another key. We know 2 on the right side, but it doesn't look like there's any on the left side. So toilet's a key.
Mm-hmm.
It's like.
Yeah. I guess that's not like. You should have. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so toilet's an item.
Yep.
You know,
Item in toilet. Yo. Oh,
you know what you need? You need scale. That's what he's looking. That's what he's looking for. That would be what would give you something else interesting. Seeing a scale that's not behind the scale would give you a confirmation that your paths are going to be really screwed up.
Oh, right. Pathological lady.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Like, my instinct from when I saw that mirror shield was logical AD, but that's instinct. It's not confirmation.
Yeah. Oh, also not showing us. Oh. That could be logical strength 3.
That's locked by strength 2, I believe. Or
Yeah.
it's locked by
It
strength
is.
2. Either way, it's locked by strength 2. That
Should be
is
logical strength 3.
7 key locked?
Isn't it 6? Was it a
It's 6. You're right, it's 6.
Yeah, it should be 6. So we definitely need strength 2 for the push block room and or Song of Time.
Yeah, with 3, yeah, you need there's a strength 2 locked strength 2.
Yep.
Or strength 3, pardon me. So Cola is the only problem Cola's gonna have with that is mental damage. Just that nagging. I left behind a big chest in a very dense location. I saw it. I couldn't get to it. What if someone else had another strength upper before they got here?
There'll be some evil stuff where OGC Ferry is
OGC Ferry.
a thing.
OGC Ferry would be live for that, I guess. You could just have it be deeper in spirit. Your inspired to be an adult side spirit. I think this also means that Cola will probably not get the strength here.
It's a casual 1700 HPA by just Sam. It always looks so easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are we?
I like how Sam just had no hesitation when he saw the second maid ride and he just kept going.
Yep. Also,
Nope,
I think it's
just the other day in the office.
Also, I think that's Vanilla boss key in Fire.
In fact, it is. Nice and early.
Yep. I mean, Harvest Path to Raja means that
It did have to be
it
early.
has to be a small key, yeah, somewhat early. But yeah, this is as early as it can be.
Yeah, this is a very hovers locked fire here.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Sam also picked up strength 2 at least. So are you going into Adult Spirit first before doing your child dungeons named Japu and Deku, or are you just going to do child dungeons first?
I think that we're going to be seeing I think you'll probably see child dungeons before going back to adult side spirit. Mostly because it's required versus not required.
I just thought, could you bank on Adult Spirit first if it's a DINS, and then you could be potentially no mode and just go mode Deku? I mean, it could be a bit faster, but I don't know.
But if you're looking at, you have to pick up the hover boots anyway, so you'd have to go. So as long as you pick up the hover boots, you might as well go do Jabu. And as long as your child's doing Jabu, you might as well do Deku.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, if the hovers weren't there, we could make that argument.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's logical AD unless the other scale is available. So
Yep.
we are in Schrodinger's AD.
Fair question is who will be able to solve it. Check if
Well,
the cat is alive.
Dead, I guess.
Yeah. Check if the seed is alive or dead. Good works for me.
Okay, so there's our strength. So if we do need strength 2, that Din's. I think if we need that strength 2, if there is something on the other side of spirit, that does confirm that those fire arrows are logically required.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we have logically required fire arrows. Yay.
The strength is fire locked. Could the strength be passed in Spirit Temple for OGC?
For OGC, but also for the other side of spirit.
Yeah, of course. Proper scale. There's a scale in spirit.
That's also possible that our logical first scales in spirit, but we may never see it in that case.
But how?
Well, the strength 2 would be logically required to get the Song of Time to get the second scale.
But do we need second scale? We don't need a second scale.
No, but there could be the logical first scale in spirit.
Okay.
So it could just be that the strength 2 is what opens up your scale, as opposed to anything else. As opposed to that being the magic. It's totally possible. Is it actually? Who knows? Does it matter? Also, who knows?
Only time will
As soon as
tell.
you can canon, it doesn't.
Well, soon is going to show us that potential strength 3 thing.
Ooh.
Well,
Let's go.
Second magic can be in shadows. Second magic can be in deeper in spirit. Second can be inside a castle. It can be a lot of places.
There are a lot of magical checks this seed. I think I was gonna also just hit 20 skulls, if I saw it correctly.
Yeah. As soon as just being diligent with those skull collections.
Oh yeah. Yo, there was really that rock moment. And we get...
Yeah. Yep. If we need anything there, it's definitely that strength 2.
Yeah.
So Cola is not going to be punished in a seed way.
Could it still be Dins and Toilet?
Could still be Dins and Toilet.
Logical strength 2.
Yeah, Dins and Toilet would be
Mean.
would be possible.
No.
It's not impossible.
It would be rude.
It would be rude.
Yeah.
It would not be impossible.
The one check that is behind AD is seed because you know everything else is dead. Oh no.
Yeah, we're not going to know until we're holding Dins in our hands.
Oh yeah.
What, pray tell, are the odds? Well, the answer is about 1 in 230, so not terrible, actually.
I mean, it's kind of low, but not 0. So.
The odds are 50-50. It is or it isn't.
Fair enough.
Spoken like a true scientist.
Yeah.
Professor Astronomy.
Yeah, hey, I do Bayesian methods.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, this is. And we see again. I'm not fully paying as full attention to the hints as I might if I was running myself because there's just a lot more sensory input. But
Actually,
yeah.
it's lens.
It's not technically foolish, but foolish. The reason
Well,
I was asking was
chess
because
mini gimmicks.
I might step away, but I just got a call.
I don't like that chess anymore. It knows what it did.
It did, yeah.
It knows what it did. But the reason I was asking was because yes, technically, if the boomerang wasn't technically, if we didn't have that, you could have Din's fire in the boomerang chest, but not with a hint telling us that there's lens there. Lens and dins are different things. So we'll be seeing our runners do much the same. What I want to, I just like wonder where our next big move is going to be at this point, because we do know that, Jabu and DC they're needed. It's good that we're getting all of our child stuff done here. It's required, and then fire is required, but there needs to be a decision made about where you're going to start looking for your inspire.
Honestly, at this point, I would prefer just rushing dungeons for a bit and hoping I run into something useful there. There's Jabu. Yeah. We've already seen Deku, and we see Sam and Fire at the moment. So
yeah, I like the call of Adult Spirit, because
Adult Spirit seems like a good call as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it is fairly well placed in logic and fairly well placed in logic, and it's a lot of checks. It's just dense anyway. Apparently, and Mirror Shield is in Kakiri Forest on this scrub.
Lostwood's Bridge Scrub.
Yeah, Lostwood's Bridge Scrub. And Cola apparently doesn't have that. He's probably having a moment of hope here, being like, "Yeah, this is logically available for Dins." It is not Dins. It is different.
Yep. And here's a vanilla boss key. And I would presume, or I would expect, just like the others before him, Sam is not going to go deeper into fire until he necessarily has to. So.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you can't actually go any deep in fire without beating Volv.
Which is good.
Mm-hmm. So I guess your operative question is going to be, what's your decision on Dins? Like, I love Spirit. Spirit feels good to me. I'm having a moment of being Purple Rupees and wanting to go to Stone Forest. Just because Stone Forest is logically required by the game, and as far as I know, and it does have a lot of stuff in it.
There's another bottle in the river there.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that last time.
I had half a moment of, is that Rue's letter? I'm like, wait a second. No, that change was made ages ago.
Yeah, due to basically me, so...
Hey, I mean, we all appreciate it. Makes our lives easier.
Due to people getting annoyed by commentators on Restream, not recognizing that friggin' bottle with a letter in it. So...
I mean, it also...
At least, I at least claim partial credit here.
It also did impact runners, because...
Oh, absolutely.
Sometimes it's hard to see. It was hard to see that little, like, curled up piece of paper inside the bottle.
Another big chest.
Another big chest here, huh?
What have we got?
I mean, Colo's gone past here already. Yeah, so... another bow.
Gold quiver.
Yeah, that is definitely locked. That is definitely not the first bow. Well, we had 2 equally accessible bows, but that's locked. That's bow locked.
Yep.
Yes, we're gonna be... Again, everyone's just chasing each other's tails, and as far as progression goes, everyone is really kind of on the same footing, which is great. Machi missed that jump behind the waterfall. Good thing we have ZL. It's just kind of annoying, as opposed to deadly. Oh, yeah, definitely meant to do that. Meant to do that. Wait. I blinked and missed it. There was another scale in, where?
Yeah, I missed it as well. Fox, what did you see?
What are we talking about? Because I didn't see any checks that we hadn't seen before. Was it inside of
Either way, this is Jabu. Almost done for Coda here. Now time for the
Jabu compass chest, right?
interesting bit. The most interesting bit of Jabu is the actually technically challenging boss fight.
Oh yeah, like I hate doing Jabu and I love doing Marinade. If we can just like cut out everything except for the Marinade, I'd be down with it.
I'll second that motion.
Maybe we could just do like 3 Marinades instead. Like instead of having the tentacles, we just put a separate Marinade in each room. Like increasingly, Marinades, they just start increasing in size.
Sure.
If there was a little Marinade, then you have a slightly bigger Marinade, then you have the full-size Marinade again.
I think Real Rob's in chat, so
Oh no. So I'm sorry. No. Listen, I just need to tell.
And another bottle.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Just maybe someone just needs to tell Real Rob about Oops All DC.
Mistakes are being made in real time as you watch chat.
Yep. Yeah, Oops All DC. It's where it's like Dungeon Randomizer, except every dungeon is DC. Except for Shadow Temple, which is normal until you go to the first wall you blow up, and then you blow it up, and that's DC.
It'd make for a fun April Fool's seed.
Oh, yes. I think this was probably one of my earlier commentating things when I accidentally called a dungeon that was not DC. I do play this game. I do know what I'm doing. I just also have a complete linguistic glitches sometimes.
Words are hard.
Words are very hard.
And it looks like Cola might be...
Cola is going to be backwalking his way to Fire Temple because he did not complete Ice Cavern. So, I did not see the scale, but that was not because there wasn't a scale. Would have been on Compass Chest.
In any case, just Sam is doing what you suggested and is in Spirit Temple at this point.
Yeah, that does not surprise me. Sam kicked my butt at SGL, so I want him to do well. It makes me look good. Cola opted to buy the tunic. He has like 3 hearts. Yeah, he doesn't have enough time anyway. Okay, so yeah, so paid into Jabu Compass chest for me, everybody. This will be the second chest on the left side. Din's Fire.
There's Din's Fire. All right, is this go mode for just Sam? He has a boomerang, so he can complete. Yeah, he has go mode marked on his personal tracker. All right, 3 dungeon go mode. Here we go.
Let's do it. Yep. Yeah, Spirit was a good shout, and it was very quickly finished. Alright, so Sam is our first one done first one in go mode on Restream. He's got a very, very fast Deku, a moderately fast Jabu, and a Shadow Temple.
Shadow Temple. Shadow Temple, which is just Shadow Temple, no matter how you skin that cat.
I wouldn't. That seems too fitting for Shadow Temple. Yeah, there's our hover boots for Sam. Yeah. So the question then for Cola is like, what's Cola's next decision? Asuna without Asuna has Kakiri Sword, he just hasn't elected to put it on yet. Most people are used to doing most of the combat in this game with sticks. So they will choose to use sticks over Kakiri Sword for many bits of combat if they have the option. You also do a lot more damage with sticks than with Kakiri Sword. So Sam is very well positioned right now in this race. I would say we'd probably see. I think some 2 would be very. It would be attainable but difficult at this rate. There's just a lot of transitions you have to do. Asuna just. I'm unsure, frankly. I believe Asuna came here through Lake, so would have them.
Asuna's personal tracker doesn't show it.
That isn't guaranteed because sometimes you get lazy towards the end of a seed, but...
No, really?
What?
Can't imagine that.
Yeah. No, I'm the most diligent.
Cola showing us the absolutely logical way to get to Volvagia without climbing all the way to the top of Fire Temple, by the way.
Yeah, and that is why we have Lake Highway to Volvagia as our path. Alright, so I'm just going, right now I'm just going to go back and double check what was in fact in that Jabu Compass chest, because okay, yes, there was another scale in Jabu Compass chest, so
Oh.
I believe the answer is that that scale is... This scale is very logical, so no. It just was like a very baity, like... Yeah, there is no real logical requirement there. Okay. The wild part is that you don't need... both scales are equally accessible. Huh. Yeah, Cola's heading to Spirit, so I think we'll be seeing Cola and Sam in the dead heat here. Yeah, Suna might miss the Spirit Toboggo hint, I believe. Or you may think that's already satisfied because he does have the Magic Ab Spirit. And that's something where, when you're starting, where it is true that only one item is chosen to represent Spirit Tabango. But it is also true that that doesn't mean there can't be more than one item. And I think in a very technical sense, seeing a hint for a location to an item to a location is does actually increase the odds very subtly that there's a second item there. Because it is more likely to, yes, that's true. Because if there's one possible item in an area that could be chosen for the hint, versus two possible items in an area, there's two opportunities for the game to pick that area. So in
okay.
in a very, very technical probability theory way, it does slightly elevate the chance that there are two items you need there.
And here I thought the Monty Hall problem was unintuitive, but yeah, you are right.
Yeah, always clear your paths. Yeah, the thing about always clear your paths is like you can't know for sure, and the other thing is you can't know for sure if it's the only item you need there. Even if you know if you verify it's an item you need. And honestly, with the kind of layout we've got with all of our potential, that gets strength 2, that looks kind of like logically questionable. It's not the worst shout, even without going into that like little corner probability theory. So Cola is going to be the first into his last dungeon, though.
Yeah, just Sam found the items really quickly, but Cola is the first one into Shadow Temple, and I would say probably the first one to finish on Restream, just because of how...
Yeah, he's efficiently gone through this game. And also making the decision to just dip out of Ice Cavern, that's actually a couple minutes right there. Okay, so Monty Hall problem. If you've ever heard the, oh my gosh, could someone else explain that? Where there's 3 doors and...
Sure. So The Price is Right. No, not The Price is Right. Sorry. Sorry, what?
It says, let's make a deal. According to
Let's Make a Deal, right. Let's Make a Deal, TV show, hugely popular in Germany, known as Geh aufs Ganze, for those in the German crowd. Anyway, is basically a game show where you can choose between 3 doors, and there's a prize behind each of them. Or maybe just in some cases there's also just no prize behind 1 or 2 of them. Basically, the idea is if Monty Hall, one of the earliest hosts of this show, were to pick you as a contestant, and you pick a door, and Monty Hall offers you to switch to another one of the doors, what are the odds that you switching is actually the better choice? And it turns out, unintuitively, that you should basically always take his offer to switch doors.
Yeah, so if you think it's basically one of those things as far as the odds of you picking the right door correctly the first time is about 1/3. But then you also, with the information that one of those 2 doors is correct, now your odds of picking the correct door is 1/5, is 1/2.
Yeah, he basically.
Yeah, but yeah. It's one of those like counterintuitive probability theory things, and honestly, like if you ever want to have a little bit of fun, 2/3 when you switch, not 1/2. I think that's because it's because of how probability compounds or something. Like, I haven't thought about this one in particular in a while. It's not my particular like vein of. I like combinatorics more.
I mean, then let's talk about the birthday problem. Birthday paradox, quote unquote paradox here.
Yeah, that's always fun. But yeah. Anyway, the thing about understanding subtle probability in Zooter is that it does almost nothing for you. It's like, if you think about, like, okay, the subtle possibility That means that 1 out of every X number of seeds this is true. Are you in that seed today?
Oh boy.
50-50, is or it isn't. I love Shadow Temple. This is fun. Like, even when it's like my last dungeon, it's fun. It feels like you have a lot more control over how fast you do it in a lot of other dungeons. Yeah, Kolob going straight to Spirit after doing Fire really helped him out because he had a very efficient path through the end of the seed. So, it just worked out this is extremely efficient and he made the right choice. Like, there was several other options for where that Sin's Fire could be. If you were not on the wavelength of, well, let's just check Spirit because it's dense, and also I know that there's a bunch of stuff there that is potentially hinted. You can, yeah, you can, that's a good decision, but you could also have gone to Forest because, yeah, the seed is not actually logical AD. The seed is not actually logical AD, but it's not logical AD, if that makes any sense. It doesn't, but there are two separate possibilities that are non-overlapping of do logical AD to get that scale on the right side, or just go to Jabu Compass Chest. So because all of your logical AD stuff was easily available, that scale in Jabu was not hintable.
Not logical AD. Here we go. And just Sam's now on the way into Shadow Temple, while Cola is halfway through it at this point.
Yeah, Cola is almost the hookshot Shadow, which is kind of your like halfway mark. Asuna is going into Spirit Temple, so Asuna will be not too far behind these guys. Yeah, he will not be far behind Sam at all. Because he just has to do 3 more checks here before he's in go mode. Yeah, thank you for keeping our servers on task, Golden. Appreciate it. Yeah, so out of all of our players, the only one that's got decisions to make from here is going to be Machi. Everyone else should just be in a clean race to Shadow Temple through Shadow Temple. Oh, yeah, speaking of quick refresh, Cola just teleported for me.
Oh, high speed Shadow Temple pass through, basically.
Yeah, dang, we're new Shadow Temple technology. Yeah, you thought this backwalk was fast. I think it's possible we'd be looking at a finish that's faster than what we're seeing on Restream right now.
The path through the seed was pretty straightforward, yeah.
Yeah, the only real decision you have to make correctly is what Osuna just did there. Oh no, no free hugs. Oh, I think Cola knows that there is a key in the back, so you can just skip killing those guys. That's nice. Sam is also getting free hugs. Ah. You know, there was a good-natured discussion going on with some commentators about whether Forest or Shadow was better, and my response was that, how can you hate Shadow Temple? You get so many free hugs. Okay, that looks very cool. However, and I believe it also stops the other Stealthers from spawning. However,
just one bump against the gamepad at this point. You accidentally pressing A. You just lost 2 minutes.
Before my eyes, right there. You know.
Yeah.
This may be Machi going into the. He hasn't been there already. Yeah.
The Machi is missing hover boots. Does have a scale though.
Yeah. So. That's. He went up. He did go up river instead of through lake. So the worst case scenario is he mispeaked that.
And also, obviously, Machi is still missing Din's Fire because that's in Adult Spirit Temple.
Okay, Machi did pick up his hovers, thank you. Machi does not have it marked on his personal, and you can't see that as easily from here.
Oh.
You have to actually open the tracker, and it covers people's stuff, and yeah, he has his hovers on his tracker. Yes, we're very good. We're good.
Good news. So Machi is just doing some cleanup in the hopes of probably never being child again.
Yeah, and if you're hunting for Din's Fire, I don't think there's anything to imply to you that your Din's Fire has to be deep in the seed. Like, it's possible, but it's not necessary. Excuse me. Choking on air here. I am getting a little bit buffering, so I'm not seeing the Bongo fight, but I'm sure it's excellent.
It is excellent and going very quick.
There we go. Oh, you two cycled though. Don't blame him. That's particularly when you're deep in the seed, getting that solid 150 BPM, sometimes you slip off it. This is your friendly seasonal reminder that the song All I Want for Christmas Is You is at 150 BPM.
If that's on at 150 BPM, so is Welcome to the Black Parade.
I like that one better.
Because, fun fact, if you have not heard that before, there is a mashup of those two songs
Excellent.
on YouTube. Just Google Mariah Chemical Romance.
Can we just shout out Cena's recovery there? That was pretty impressive.
Oh, absolutely, we can. We should. That was excellent.
Like, that's not what that's a skill you don't want to have, but when you need it, it's excellent.
Yep.
Ooh, Cola's our first time
There's
streamer
again
with a
boss key for Cola and a giant, a bigger wallet on Light Arrow cutscene.
Yeah, so between both the Goron City wallet and the 30 skull Goron tunic, there was going to be no logical hinting around there. He just had a lot of like double accessible things, like a lot of double accessible bomb bag, double accessible bow, double accessible scale of all things. But yeah, considering the threatening feelings of potential AD early on, in the very threatening layout of skulls, it ended up having a nice smooth path through it. Uh-oh. Entirely sure about the double accessible hookshot, but that one's, again, depends on your vibes. I think it probably is, which is delightful, I guess. With the accessibility of a bottle and a boomerang and bombs and hammer, yeah, that's probably double accessible.
Well, yeah, I mean, 40 skulls was definitely in logic without having a hookshot.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, 40. Yeah, 40 is easy.
50 would have been a stretch. 40,
50 would have been like not question. Like just like maybe not. I would have to count. But yeah, 40 easy. That's a very good point. There's just a lot of stuff that couldn't be hinted because there were two options. But that was ambitious. But hey, this is why you like randomly stumbling into a double defense, because then you can be ambitious with the Iron Knuckle fights.
Yep. Iron Knuckles hit like a freight train, and the double defense makes that a lot less scary.
Oh yes. There's a reason I'm like pretty adamant about trying to find 5 hearts. 5 hearts is enough where you can make a mistake and not immediately die.
Yep. All right, here is the first runner on Restream to make it to Ganondorf, Cola. Let's see how he does fighting.
Did you find the light arrows in Mido's house? Just like sitting there waiting?
Yeah. Did you find the light? Actually, find the light arrows with that Kokiri kit I dropped them off with? Man, he was supposed to keep those safe.
He stood on the wrong side of him. It's fine. Like if you had been the other direction, you would have been in trouble. Ooh. I always hate dropping that. Oh, that's really good. I never thought about that before Cola just did. He was just looking at the light on the ground to figure out when to swing his bottle.
Oh boy. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
I guess Dins was in spirit?
Huh?
I think Dins was in spirit.
Yes, Dins was in spirit. It was the first chest in the mirror push room.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
just walk into an outside spirit, climb up a little bit, and there you are. And Engel is finished in first place, so yeah, we are
Ooh,
very nice.
nice. Another sub 2.
Cola's gonna be very close behind.
Oh yeah. What is Machi looking for?
Machi is still looking for his
Others?
Inspire.
Ah, sorry. Okay.
And that finish is not going to really help him as far as where, trying to meta off of that, because what that tells him is that one of these places has it.
Yeah,
Pick
it heavily
one.
awaited. Kinda. Yeah. Do you see a second magic? I don't.
We've never seen a second magic. It could have
Oh.
been that chest that Osuna spawned in and didn't open.
Okay. I also no way to confirm if magic could even be path.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But we know
rude.
that there's at least one thing. There's at least two things that are pathed to Bongo inside of Spirit: the Strength Upgrade and the Inspire.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so we can. Is it time for GG's in the chat for Cola?
Yeah.
GG's indeed, and it looks, like Cola is gonna make second place here.
Oh, so we're looking at second place for Cola.
Ooh, GG, second on restream.
Very well done.
GG's Triangle.
First on restream, second
GG's
overall.
to Cola.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sam should not be far behind.
Oh no.
That's one thing. Like, I don't think it's anything like particularly S8 settings being like that potentially, but we've had a bunch of very fast seeds this season. Both because people are very, very good now.
Oh, sorry. Call comes back.
Mm-hmm. People are very, very good, and also I think there is just that is luck of the draw. It's like, we're just gonna have. We're not gonna have anything that's that like twisty. We're just gonna have either straightforward AD or the fastest jet you've seen in your life. All right.
Yo, GG.
Cola, GG.
That was pretty straightforward for seed.
Yeah, just make the right decision on where to hunt for your Inspire, and you're golden.
I mean, Spirit is path, so
There was also a magic and another strength upgrade there.
Yeah, right, but the strength upgrade led to nothing, and magic is kind of tentative,
Oh yeah, I think I
that.
agree with you. That's the right decision. But that's like you make the kind of obvious decision. You just keep going. But yeah, so.
I mean, people could miss the strength one on the rooftop if you don't get the Scarecrow song or hover boots first, so that's the thing.
Yeah, that's possible. We didn't see that on Restream. What we saw was that you were the only one who had the initiative to go to GTG without any strengths.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's path, so.
Yeah. So like your thought process there was, well, it's path, and I'm not going to wait around for strength anymore, or what?
Yeah, exactly.
More or less. Imagine you don't need to be here, but that looked very nice as long as you're here. That was a very nice Reiki Forest jump.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, so Cola, you started out with basically the opener that most runners on stream did. You went child, or did a shortened child segment in the beginning and then went adult, and that basically set you up for the entire seed, right?
Yeah, basically. There's nothing much to say about the seed, it just routed itself mostly.
It routed itself.
Like, the hints just told me where to go, and then I just followed them.
You also
And
made
then
some
the seed is over.
decisions, though, about how to build that route. I think you actually saved a good amount of time over some people just because you were able to do that big child segment all at once before getting your Dinspire.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair point. Like, I didn't rush going child to, like, Deku after finding the cookie sword immediately. I think that's a fair assessment because it's a BK dungeon and it's hinted as such, so, there's probably not gonna be an item in there that leads to Shadow or something.
Oh yeah. And again, you can tell that with the path prioritization. Did you? So one thing I was wondering, as far as your decision making, did you? Was there like a moment of worrying about that second chest in GTG that you couldn't get to?
Yeah, I was gonna go there after doing Spirit, so you know.
Yeah. That was strength 3, so that was cool.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but definitely seeing that. And also, turns out it's not in fact logical AD. There's another scale in Jabu. That's... The seed could have been very bad, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
It chose not to be, yeah.
And yeah, it's like, if you route it correctly, yeah, you can go very fast, but, as you can see, yeah, just Sam and Sponge finishing, like, basically within a breath of each other there. I'm guessing we're gonna see a bit of a... I think we're gonna see a bit of a long tail here with people because of people hunting for one thing or another, particularly,
Yeah, that's usually the case. If somebody misses something, they're gonna finish like half an hour.
Yeah. But yeah, Sam just jumps in, swipes Marker and Sponge casually. It is good to see like 3 people on Restream like keep very close to each other, and Machi was close all the way through until this current point where we're looking for Din's Fire. Yes, I was shocked at how menacing this seed was from the beginning, that just none of it converted to actually impacting the seed.
I don't know, it didn't seem that menacing to me.
No, there's just all those... there's all those potential things with, like, the hookshot and the Din's Fire and the fire arrows before you see your second hookshot immediately thereafter, but also getting that, like, all of the logical AD stuff so early.
Yeah, I mean, if the hookshot on 40 skulls is needed, I'm probably getting Boomerang at some point very early, so...
Oh, yeah.
It's not gonna be too hard to get those skulls.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways this scene could go wrong, but none of it turned out. So I believe you've had a pretty good qual season so far.
Yeah, it's definitely alright. I don't know if it's gonna be enough for top 10 or whatever. I'm already locked in with my points, so what I'm playing now doesn't matter, so...
Yeah, but again, it's always good to just keep the practice up, keep thinking about it. I'm definitely feeling the rust kicking my butt through here, so good to keep things going as you try to understand what's going on with the S8, which it seems like you actually have a very good sense of the impact of path prioritization, so...
Yeah, I definitely put in the time to understand that very much.
Yeah.
Like, as you can see, I didn't do checks in Jabu.
Oh, yeah, like... I think because we were talking about that, and I blinked and missed the fact that you didn't finish Ice, and like, no, that was strictly correct.
Yeah. I should have skipped the checks in Deku as well on hindsight, but I didn't have the magic from Spirit Temple at that point, so if I had done Child Spirit first, then I could have done that.
Right, and I think that was a reasonable decision.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of equal because Spirit is also Path, so it makes sense to do it first. It probably was correct.
Yeah. So definitely good to see this guy in. Asuna maybe is coming in right now. We're probably gonna see Asuna in the top 10. In the top 10, certainly, unless we had a whole flood right now. Oh, let's play.
That would be a snipe and a half. And by the way, Machi has just found his go mode. There it is. There's Din's Fire.
That is the look of...
That is a face of pure annoyance, honestly.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it, I should have gone Spirit instead of Forest.
She just didn't have a good qual season so far.
Yeah. And again, you make one decision, and there was no reason that it had to be the Din's Fire in Spirit, but I like the decision going Spirit, but Forest was not incorrect.
Yeah,
Spirit
it
was
could
better.
have been. It could have been Forest, but there were 10 items in Spirit and 8 in Forest, and
Oh
Spirit
yeah,
Temple
and
is
also
just
the
twice
items
as
in
fast.
Spirit feel so much better.
Yeah,
They feel like they come faster. Yeah, we also,
they do.
yeah, they do actually. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
And get your GGs in chat for Iosuna,
yeah,
finishing in
we
7th
have
place.
3 out of 4 in top 7. That is actually pretty incredible. Again, getting to see a masterclass in how to run this game. So
Yep. Good runner picks, Golden.
yeah. Don't say it's an
And
accident. Pretend that you knew exactly what you were doing all along.
Diesel knows what he did. That being said, 7 people have finished, so now we can see points over on the OOTrandomizer.com website, OOTrandomizer.com/tournament/standings, or up at the top right, community standard tourney results. And it looks like your second place, Cola, just netted you a cool 1,035 points for this run.
Oh, except it doesn't count.
Ah, dang. Was that your best one?
Yeah, it was. It would have
Could
been
be
the best
worse.
one, but you know, I'm already at like 3,900 something points, so
Might be
comfortable
enough. Might be enough.
Might be. Wait, have you played every qual so far?
Yeah, I did.
So this is your 9th, and this doesn't count in any way, shape, or form.
Exactly.
All right then. Welcome on
Hey,
in. Hi, Aosuna. How you doing?
LGG.
Hey,
GGs.
hi everyone. Yeah, thanks. What is it?
Yes.
I got a little confused at some point, but that's okay, I guess. Made a pretty good result. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so top 7 for you. Netting you, looking at the point score again, 971 points for this qualifier. So,
Okay.
could be worse. But Cola said this seed basically routed itself. How did you find it?
Yeah, I was a bit confused, as I said, because the spirit pass, I couldn't figure if the strength was in logic for a long time, and the third strength in GTG was pretty reassuring, if I can say like that. So at some point I tried everything, and I guess I could have skipped Dekatri and Jabu. I don't know if they did it.
I skipped Jabu, but not Dekuchi.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we appreciate you showing us the scale because that cleared up a bunch of the logic.
Do what?
Yeah, the scale helped with the logic.
Okay,
When
yeah.
you showed us the scale, we thought it was logical AD.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's that's pretty rough.
Yeah. But again, it just so happened that everything you needed was kind of on the way in a lot of the way. I did want to ask, with the path to Goma and GTG, you waited until after you had the strength upgrade to go. Did you consider going earlier?
Earlier, before doing a spirit child for me,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah,
No.
I might have considered that even on Adult 1.
Oh, yeah, no. That's way too early for me because if I recall, I didn't do Kakariko Forest at that point.
Mm.
Like, there is all the child segment with for Lost Wood, it's Secret Meadow, that's way too big to avoid.
That's fair.
That's one of my playstyle, to clear what is really fast in the early game and then try something. And I really like the Spirit Temple, so
I pushed even further when I found the magic, and I don't know if that was trouble for anyone, but that first train for me was pretty good.
Yeah.
In Spirit Temple.
Yeah, definitely. And it wasn't lodging very early. Just
Okay.
a lot of it hinged on knowing that the 50 skulls was there.
Yeah.
Oh, it was logical 50. Nice.
As long as it's just logical 15, there's a way around that. I'd take that.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, this seed was relatively straightforward overall, I would say. It gave you a bunch of items in the beginning. There was one of two pitfalls with that boomerang and Din's fire both kind of being out of the way.
That was
Well, it was hinted, but sorry, not the boomerang. Basically, Rudo's letter, is the one I was thinking about.
Well, it did hate, but it gave you the hammer for your trouble. This
did.
Wanted you to finish it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, the seed was not mean. So far, honestly, it feels like Mido didn't roll a real stinker yet this qualifier season, and that does not bode well for the second half of the qualifiers.
The one where you needed to do AD for one check.
Yeah, all dungeons for Sarias was not great.
Yeah, that one sucked.
Fair.
The one that makes me rethink my policy of not looking at the race room for my own sanity. All right. So.
Okay. I'm all out of questions, quite honestly.
Yeah,
all right. So thank you to the both of you for putting on a heck of a show for us today.
Thanks for the restream.
Thanks for the restream.
A pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I might be heading out then. I'll see you.
All right. Yeah. See you around, and we'll see you soon. I'm sure.
Have fun with more of the balls.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
We'll try.
I mean, more towards Cola, who's just going to do them anyway.
Yeah.
Probably.
There's an OTR race happening. You can bet Cola might be there. All right. Yeah. We'll see you soon. And I think this is basically the end of the stream for us, right? May need to confirm with our restreamer Golden here, but
It looks like it. So again, thank you to all of our runners. We are just putting the links in chat. Jilden is putting their drinks in chat right now. They're awesome. You should follow them if you want to see more cool OTR. Thank you to our trackers who click the buttons so I don't have to. You don't want me to. Tumble Talk, Warren
No, I can't do that either.
Dante and Golden Devil. Anyone who's worked with me on Crystal knows that I'm not to be trusted with the tracker. And thank you to Bias and Scarius for working with me today. This has been really fun.
Thank you for joining us in commentary today, Jax, on short notice as well, as did Skyrius, so thank you both.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd be here today, so this works.
Yep. And with that, I think, Golden, it's all your show.
Yeah, I think the next qualifier here on ZSR is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. UTC. But with that, we're going to go right over to some cute otters at Marine Mammal Rescue. If you do want to go watch any of the other runners in this qualifier, please be sure not to go spoil them on anything. And thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good night.
Bye, everyone.